You are live. There it is. There it is. There it is. All right, y'all. Let's do this. Let's do this. It is January 16th. So, my name is Bess Parks, as you can see right here. And I am the founder and of Single Moms Level Up. I like to say hashtag Single Moms Level Up and um, the Single Moms Club as well. Uh, I always check my other device because that's just me. I want to know for sure that you guys can hear me and see me. And I'm sorry, my hand was all up in the camera just a minute ago, but that's because where I am, I'm in a different location. You notice my background and stuff is different. Um, that's because I'm back in my
I'm in a
office.
different location. You notice my background and stuff is different.
Okay, so you guys can hear me. Hey, Christine, thank you for watching live. So I've moved back into my office. I can get back into my office in my home. And So that's where I am. But I don't have all my furniture back in here the way it was before. And I just have this feeling that I shouldn't put it back the same exact way that it was before. I feel like I feel and know that there's change coming. So I need to change some things. I need to change the way that I use my office, which is what I'm doing. So I don't have everything quite how I want it because I just started having these these visions about what to do and how to change it and how to rearrange this office. There's a lot of openings in here. It's like there's only one um, clear wall to put stuff on, like a desk or whatever, and to back it up to like the desk. And then there's a wide opening. The front door's right there. Um, there's a door that goes into the kitchen. There's a window. So it's like everything is got kind of choppy. So I just have to figure out another way of how I want to use this area. So anyway, I want to say, hey Michelle, thank you for joining live. I just want to say welcome um, to the 5 day Single Moms Prayer Challenge. So this is something that has helped me. Um, I've actually excuse me, learned a way. Let me pull this down because that's in my chin. Hopefully, I don't drop anything. Okay. So, so something that I've learned when, and this is part of my journaling, but I'm noticing that I need to address these areas all the time through everything that I do. There are five areas of our lives that we need to focus on and focus on them in many ways. One of the ways is to pray in these five areas, and that would be your personal, which we're going to cover tonight. And then there's four other areas as well, which we'll cover the other nights. Hey, Teresa, thank you for joining live. Thank you, Single Moms, if you're in the Single Moms group or if you are on the YouTube page, Single Moms Level Up. Thank you so much for joining on live, watching the replay, sharing. Um, of liking and all that stuff. I thank you so much for that. Today we're going to be talking about personal. So that is the focus topic for today. This is the focus that we're going to focus on today. So here's the thing. In our personal lives, we have to take it that personal, and I'm not talking about personal where it involves other people. Personal us us personally, when it involves us and when we are okay, then our kids are okay. We show up better in other relationships in our lives, and that's coworkers, family, friends, neighbors, strangers, everything. We show up so much better when we have taken some time to take care of us. One of the things that I have gone back to is napping. I take naps, y'all. I take power naps. Um, Matter of fact, I took a 15-minute power nap before I started this live. And I may not be totally asleep, but I relax my body. I relax my body. I breathe in deeply. I focus on some type of thing that will relax me, that will focus me on whatever it is that I need to do next. Um, Pray about that. Say, God, help me with whatever it is I need to do next. Help me with what to say it, how to, all of that. But in our personal lives, we need to pray about whatever is going on with us. So I say it many times, and I've said it many times before. I had a guest on in 2020, and she was a friend of mine that I used to go to a church with in California when I lived in California. And she is a licensed counselor and relationship coach or counselor, relationship counselor. And she taught us that there were two that there are two separate meanings to self-care and self-love. So self-care is everything we do on the outside. When we go get our nails done, we go get a massage, we get our hair done, get a facial, our nails done. All of that is self-care. Okay. All of that is self-care. I don't know about the nails, but that necessarily that's just an adornment. But all of that is self-care. Then she said that self-love is when we take care of the inside, our emotions, our spirits, our connection with our spirits, our thoughts, everything on the inside. When we check in on ourselves, and she said, as a licensed therapist, she said that we need to check in with ourselves once a week. I've gotten off of that, and I admit that I've gotten off of that. I was doing really well last year, and then towards the end of the year, I just kind of got off it. But we need to check in with ourselves once a week. So I tend to do mindful Mondays, which today is Monday, but I'll do a mindful Monday, and I will check in on myself. And that's my off day. So that's why I do that. So if you take one of your off days and just check in with you, sit somewhere quiet. And I know we've got kids, and I know that's not always possible, but we may have to go outside of our comfort zone. I in the past used to say so much that I'm not a morning person. Um, and then I had kids and I became a morning person because I realized that I had to get up and do what I needed to do. So if I'm willing to do what I need to do for my children, I decided about a year or so ago, actually 2 years ago, I decided that I need to do that for myself. So I get up earlier before everybody else gets up, and I take out some time for me, even if it's 15 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is. I take out some time for me just to sit quiet, drink my coffee, and don't have no social media, none of that. Just sit and ask yourself, are you okay? Am I good? Am I not good? And then just sit and see how you feel. And if you're not feeling right, figure out where's that coming from. What's causing me to feel that way? What's going on? Um, and here's the prayer challenge in that. If you don't know what's going on, you can't pinpoint it, and maybe you don't have the time to sit long enough to figure out what it is, pray about it. You know what I'm saying? So we pray about it, and prayer is nothing but to um, uh, um, someone I know named Julia said, is prayer is to ask, um, is to ask, talk, and listen. I believe is what she said. Ask, talk, and listen. Uh, um, is ask, talk, and listen. That's all we have to do, and it's not a long drawn out. Yes, there are those prayers in the Bible, and the Lord's prayer, which most people know, but we don't have to pray. We're not required to pray that way all the time. That was just a guide to, hey, this is what you might put in your prayer. And yes, sometimes there are those times when it's just like, Lord, help me. Boom, prayer. Okay. So just don't get so tied up in that prayer has to be long and drawn out and it has to be 5 minutes and you have to have thuses and thous and all that stuff in there. That's not required. Okay. Prayer is conversation, just like you talk to anybody else. And I mean that. I had to come to my senses and realize that God wants me to talk to him just like I talk to anybody else. So, because I'm supposed to be the same no matter what. So I have had those. Man, I'm about to tell on myself, but I have had those situations where I'm like, God, what the is going on? Yeah. I've had, and that's a conversation, and that's prayer. Believe it or not, um, we've been taught that swearing and talking in certain ways is disrespectful, but God wants us to be real. And I've come to that to understand He wants us to be real. And now we're not cussing at Him or calling Him out His name or anything of that sort. It's just in the moment that's how it comes out, and that's how you can get it out and get it across. And God is not offended. He's not offended. He's not mad at you. Um, Sometimes that's just how it comes out. And believe it or not, that's still prayer because it's a conversation. It's a conversation. And that's all he wants from us, no matter how it comes out, no matter the anger, the emotion, or whatever is attached to it. He just wants conversation, wants us to bring it to him and be real about it. Don't sugarcoat it because he knows what it is already, but he wants to know, will you trust him enough to not sugarcoat it when you bring it to him? So, uh, oh my gosh, just all of a sudden I'm on my computer and it's been on all day, and now everything wants to start flashing and popping up. That's just driving me nuts. Cut it out. And this is all stuff that I've seen already earlier today. Anyway, so that's what God wants us to do. So we need to, let's let the assignment for you tonight, and these are really brief assignments. It's not like homework from school, but do this tomorrow, do this tonight, do this when you can get some time alone for yourself. Sit back and ask yourself, am I okay? Especially if things are like chaotic and out of control in your life. Sit back and ask yourself, am I okay? Am I not okay? What is this discomfort, this pain that I feel in my back behind my shoulder blade? Find out where the signs come from that will tell you that something's going on. For me, it's that knot, that discomfort that will happen behind my shoulder blade. I know that something is bothering me. Something's bothering me, something's upset me, something I have not addressed, and it's affecting me in my body. All of our emotions, when we stuff them down, they show up in our health. They show up on our health. Our body will start to say things, will start to do these things that trying to get our attention to, hey, pay attention. Here's a good example of that. So the other night, my daughter made some fish, and she admitted, she said, hey, there's too much. I think it's too salty. Now, if my daughter says it's too salty, I know it's probably too salty. But it was late. I was hungry, and I attempted to eat it anyway. Even though I knew it was salty, she knew it was salty. I was like, we don't have time to make something else. And I'm really hungry. So I ate almost half of the fish. Being myself, I could have made something else, even if it was eggs or something simple, or had a bowl of cereal. I could have done something else, but I chose to eat the fish, even though it was salty. Well, ever since last night and this morning, I've had this really bad headache. My stomach has been upset. I've been nauseous. And I found that for me, what that is my salt intake is too much. and my blood pressure was probably really high. And so I had backed off from salt and stuff for a while, because I had done my regular checkups, and um, I just the way I felt, I stopped doing that, and so I had never had a problem with my blood pressure. When I at least when I went to the doctor, they said I didn't have any problems. I realized that certain foods made me feel a certain way, so I had backed off from eating pork. I may eat pork like two to three times a year, and over the holidays I had quite a bit of pork. And it was bad, and I felt bad. My body felt bad. I was dragging, but I was not taking care of myself. And that was me realizing, when I was sitting back and saying, hey, I don't feel good. I feel sluggish. I feel like my butt is dragging on the ground and I'm having to drag it along with me. I was just feeling that way. And that was something that I needed to acknowledge. And I had to sit back and realize, oh, this is what the problem is. I've been eating too much, salty foods, which is generally for me a pork or pork sausage, bacon. I just doing too much, So, just a little bit about me. I was born a sickly child, is what they would say back in the day. I was a sickly child. I had asthma, I had allergies, and it was bad. It was really bad to the point that on a daily basis, I was going to the hospital for um, for treatments, and then it went to every other day. Then it went to every 3 days. Then it went to once a week. Um, every 2 weeks, so I started slowly um, uh, growing. I don't know that was growing out of it, but it's just more medications were being available. And I was getting old enough to take these medications. And there were things that my mother was doing that was helping my body to adjust to whatever, my environment, because I was literally allergic to my environment. I had indoor allergies, outdoor allergies, asthma. The smog would bother me. I couldn't go out on clear sunny days, and if I did, I couldn't be running around and everything because it would activate my asthma. It was bad. So I with me growing up that way and being on a lot of medication, and in and out of the hospital all the time, I became very aware of my body. So, my mom kept trying to tell me to drink water, and as a child, that's just like a death sentence to tell your child to drink more water. But she didn't tell me why I needed to drink more water. I think it's just that generation. They just tell you what to do and they don't explain anything. But for me, the way that I am, I need an explanation. Why am I doing it? What am I doing it for? What's the reason for me doing it? It doesn't mean that I have to agree or disagree with the reason, but if somebody tells me what the reason is, what's the reasoning behind it, I'm more than likely to do it if it's something that's beneficial for me, that's going to help me, whether I like it or not. So, as an adult, I now drink water, and it took me a while because I was into the soda thing. I was a Pepsi person. And so I drank a lot of Pepsi and Coke and whatever else. And didn't realize that the coffee for my body was just having me go up and down, up and down, up and down with my moods and stuff. And because I was coming down off of that caffeine high, and I was drinking a lot of coffee, a lot of coffee, at least 2 to 3 cups a day. Um, and sometimes more, because I was drinking the sodas as well, and then eating fast food and all this other stuff. And I started noticing in my 20s some things that were bothering me. And I believe it was the Oprah show that told me about. Um, there was this whole thing that came about that certain blood types can't process certain meats, beef or pork or whatever. They can't process all that. And they said, to test yourself out, it might have, I don't think Dr. Oz was on then. So it couldn't have been that. It had to be Oprah. So, and they were saying, hey, stop eating, some beef for a week to 2 weeks and see how you feel. If you feel a whole lot better, you need to probably back up off of that and stop eating that. So I was a beef person. I like my porterhouse steaks. I like, regular steaks. I like, $6 steaks, restaurant steaks. I liked all of that. Oh my gosh, I liked all of that. Um, it was just interesting. So, um, here we go. Yenny says that she drinks 2 cups a day. I need to start making changes on that. That's true. And I mean, I found out and did some research on that, and I had found out that um, I'm sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought there for a minute. So I found out that, oh my gosh, what is happening right now? Stop it. Okay, let me get here. Go there. Okay, here we go. Okay. So I found out that, truthfully, just in listening to the research of the doctors and everything that come on TV and 60 Minutes and all that stuff, that you really only need 1 to 2 cups um, to start your, to get your body started and whatever else. But you have to do better the rest of the day. So if you do drink more than 2 cups of coffee, that it's not doing what you think it's doing. It's not doing anything but causing your body to rush stuff through it. It's a stimulant, so it's rushing stuff through your body without allowing your body enough time to take in the nutrients and all that stuff. So it's actually doing a disservice to you when you drink more than 2 cups a day. So I had been drinking, like I said, I had been drinking, 2, 3 cups a day, some maybe more than that, because like I said, I was drinking sodas, so that was adding caffeine too. But some of these things that we need to check in on ourselves is also what can we do to make ourselves um, have a better outlook emotionally and mentally on things. One of the things that and I hear it and I know you've heard it too, is to wake up and be grateful. Say thank you, thank you for waking me up. Thank you for everything. I posted something on the IG for Single Moms Level Up. Um, what Tyler Perry had said about prayer, and it's true. You just wake up and have this attitude of gratitude, and your day will come out better because you'll be more grateful. You'll be more sensitive to other people. You will realize that there's people that have less than you that need more. You'll just have a better outlook. So setting and starting your day off in a positive mode will help you out. Journaling helps you out. Vision boards help you out. So yesterday I attended a vision board event. Um, I will uh, post some of those pictures on my IG in the next few days or whatever. Um, yes, all the time. That's great for the soul and mind. Yeah, and yeah, it is. It is. It is. So Yeni also made another comment here. Um, and she was, oh my goodness, my thing is like acting retarded. Okay, so Yeni made another comment. She said, yes, all the time. It's great for the soul and the mind to have an attitude of gratitude every day. And it so just changes how you see things. I did a test, and this is just me. I test things out. I test things out to see what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen if I see how this works. How does this gratitude work? Let me see if this really works. And so I did that and I do it for about, they said 21 days, but they also said later on that 21 days is not enough. That's probably about 60 to 65 days, somewhere around that time frame that you could see. But I saw a difference in how my outlook was and how I was throughout the day, and how I just handled myself much better when I woke up, and was very thankful for waking up and focused on that first, instead of everything that I have to do that day. When I did that and I thought about everything I had to do today, I woke up so anxious and with anxiety and stressed already, and brushing my teeth angry, and doing my hair, as I was, thinking about all this stuff, it just was just making it worse. And then you got to get on the road and go drive with other people that may not care about what you're doing, and they have their own personal agendas and the way they're driving. Oh my gosh, by the time I get to work, I'd just be so angry. Just not angry, but aggravated and irritated and stuff. And so when customers, and I'm in retail, so that's not a good thing. Um, it's not a good thing in any type of business. But I realized that there were some changes that I needed to do. So let us write a list of some of the changes that we want to do. Um, write down a time that you want to start doing this. And know that this is a process. You may not. You may have to take. It may take a while for you to find the time to do this, and that time may not always be the same time every day. For me, I try to do the same time every day. For me, the morning is the best, because at night, after coming in from work and all that stuff and doing everything that I got to do, after work, I don't. If I go in my room and I get near that bed, I don't know what happens, but I just, you know, I don't know. I just, I'm out. If I sit down, then that's it. My energy just depletes and I'm done. I'm ready to go to bed, and I'm sure not going to be sitting quietly. If I'm sitting quietly, I'm asleep. So, so I'm just saying, for me, I have to do it in the morning and just get up a little earlier in the morning. And what I do is I just go to bed a little earlier. And that's something that's important too. Sleep. I have found that my sleep, 6 hours is what I need to be good. If I get less than 6 hours, I'm probably not going to be good that next day. I'm going to need some coffee. I'm going to need some to take some extra time for myself. More than likely, I will probably sleep through my lunch, put an alarm on, go in my car, put the seat back, and go to sleep. Um, which means I'm going to probably have to power nap it through my lunch. Um, well, half my lunch. I'll do half my lunch. I'll nap, and then the other half I eat my lunch. But check on yourself. Check on you. Let's do that today. That is your assignment today. Check on yourself. Check on yourself, see if you're okay. If you're not and you feel aches and pains somewhere in your body, there's possibly something that is not okay with you. Figure out what that is. And if you and pray about what it is. If you don't know, if you can't put your finger on it right away, just say this prayer. God, help me to figure out what is going on with me, and help me to figure out a way to help me to work through whatever it is, and to find other ways to address whatever it is that's bothering me. you know just put words to it and say, God, help me. That's the prayer I want you to do. God, help me with whatever is going on with me. Plain and simple. Help me with whatever's going on with me. Help me to see whatever is going on with me so that I can address it and do better, for me. That's for us. We got to be okay so that we can help our children to be okay. We can help our friends, or and be okay for other people, so that we can have better relationships and better conversations with people that don't involve our anxieties and whatever else is going on with us personally. So that is it for today. I'm doing well. This is one of my things that I'm trying to do better with my timing. My timing for a lot of things, and this is one of them, is to end on time. So it is 29 minutes in and some seconds, and according to my clock, I think I popped in about 8:01 because I was having some technical difficulties. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be um, focus topic number two. And focus topic number two is something that you'll want to come on tomorrow to watch. And we will touch on that. So, as I said, there are 5 topics, 5 focus points that we need to pray on. And this is the first one. Pray on your personal. How are you? And is there something that I need to work on? pray about it. Is there something I need to work on? And God, will you please help me with it? So thank you so much, Yenny, for watching. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Michelle and Christine, and whoever else is watching live on the YouTube channel, the Single Mom Level Up YouTube channel. This is a free challenge. Feel free to like, share, and and invite other single moms to come and join this challenge, which is free. There's no charge for this challenge. This is just us getting together and working through how we do things. You know, single moms, we pray. I'm sorry, if you're a single mom, you can't tell me that you don't pray, because yes, you do. We all do, because being a single mom is very hard, very hard. And you're so welcome for the challenge. Jenny says, thank you for the challenge. Have a very blessed rest of the night. Same to you, Jenny. Same to everyone. And I will see you guys tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, same location, same spot. Invite somebody, like, and share. Bye. Much love, y'all. Hashtag Single Moms Level Up. And we are out.